5 steps on how to recover after a bad or wrong decision. I cannot believe I did that. Welcome to Keeping It Real with Coach Roz, coming off mute, where we explore the ups and downs of life and provide practical advice for navigating through the challenges we face. I'm your host, Coach Roz, better known as the Birth and Purpose Coach. And I remind everyone that I can, as long as you have a pulse, you have a purpose. You have something that only you and you alone can do. Today, we're diving into a topic that's all too familiar for many of us: how to recover after making a bad decision. To reach our full potential, we must face risks wisely and make good decisions. But let's face it, sometimes we miss the mark. We make mistakes, take foolish risks, or make decisions we later regret. It's part of being human. You might find yourself in a place where you're asking, what was I thinking? And if others know about it, you might feel scrutinized or even unlovable. But fear not, because today we're going to explore 5 steps you can take to bounce back from a bad decision. Now, step 1, acknowledge your mistake. The first step in recovering from a bad decision is acknowledge it. It's tempting to ignore or minimize our mistakes, but doing so only prolongs the pain. Instead of taking a deep breath and admit to yourself that you messed up, this isn't about beating yourself up. It's about taking responsibility and accountability for your actions. It's really being able to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? That was a wrong decision. That was a bad decision. But you know what? It's okay. I got to learn from it. I made a mistake. I messed up. I'm human. Step 2, learn from your mistake. Once you've acknowledged your mistake, it's time to learn from it. Ask yourself, what led to this decision? Were you acting impulsively? Did you ignore warning signs? By understanding the factors that contributed to your mistake, you can avoid making similar ones in the future. For instance, if you got into a relationship and it seemed as if everything was wonderful, and then you start seeing these little red flags popping up and you just kept ignoring them, and you knew they were red flags, but you kept ignoring them. And the more you ignored them, the more flags came, until you just realized, wait a minute, I just dated the same person with a different name and a different face. You may be caught in a cycle within your relationships. You may be angry with yourself because you dated the wrong person. It happens, but you have to learn from it. That's what makes the difference. What did you learn out of this decision that you made that was wrong, or this person that you dated was wrong? What experience did you get out of it? Experience is our best teacher. Step 3, apologize if necessary. Depending on the nature of your mistake, an apology may be in order. Whether it's apologizing to yourself, you may have to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry that I didn't love you the way I should have. Whether it's apologizing to yourself, to those affected by your decision, or to the Lord, repenting to Jesus, saying, Lord, forgive me because I sinned, or I failed, or I did something I shouldn't have done. I didn't bring glory to your name. A sincere apology can go a long way towards healing and rebuilding that trust. Maybe you are a woman that was unfaithful to your husband, or a husband that was unfaithful to your wife. The first step in healing is being honest and stop lying to yourself and lying to others. Most of all is getting your heart right with God so He can heal you past your hurt. There's nothing too hard for God. I'm going to say that again. There's nothing too hard for God. And what we see as our mistakes, the things that make us feel so bad, the problems that we face sometimes in life, they didn't catch God by surprise. That's why we need Him. It's okay to mess up sometimes, to make mistakes, to make the wrong decisions. It happens, but it's the way you deal with it. That's what we're talking about on today. Step 4, make amends. In addition to apologizing, it's important to make amends wherever possible. This might involve repairing any damage caused by your mistake, whether it's financial, emotional, or otherwise. Making amends shows that you're committed to righting your wrongs and moving forward in a positive direction. Maybe you hurt someone's feelings. You didn't mean to. You said some harsh words that you can't take back. Make amends. Go back and make it right. You can apologize and change your behavior. Turn and change your behavior to regain that trust. You can change the way things have been done negatively by positively doing better. Step 5, and this is a real important one, forgive yourself. Finally, don't forget to forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. It's part of being human. Holding on to guilt and shame will only weigh you down and prevent you from moving forward. Instead, practice self compassion and remind yourself that you're worthy of forgiveness and redemption. Y'all, this is a big one because sometimes it's almost like you play God. You're too big to forgive yourself. You hold yourself to a standard that's so high that you can't even achieve the goals you want to because you've got yourself up there so high. Forgive yourself. If a big great God can forgive you, who are you to hold yourself hostage and in unforgiveness for yourself? You have to forgive yourself. Yes, you made a mistake. You may have dated the wrong person. You may have opened the door for the enemy to come in and wreak havoc in your life. Repent, pray, get focused, and move forward. That's 5 steps. 5 is a number of grace. And there you have it. 5 steps to help you recover from a bad decision. Remember, making mistakes is inevitable, but how we respond to them is what truly matters. So the next time you find yourself facing the consequences of a bad decision, don't despair. Take a deep breath. Follow these steps and know that brighter days lie ahead. Now, that's all for today. Tune in next time for Keeping It Real with Coach Roz coming off mute. Thank you for tuning in with me. And remember, as long as you got a pulse, you got a purpose. God bless you. Share, share, share.